Shalom, everybody. Reporting to you from Israel. And today there is a very, very dramatic report. Israel officially admitted that it struck the Hamas leadership in the capital of Qatar, Doha. This is the first ever Israeli strike in Qatar. Now, why is this so unprecedented? Is because, first of all, Qatar served openly and willingly as the base, the home, the safe haven for the Hamas international leadership. Because Hamas in the Gaza Strip, the leadership was pretty much taken out. Hamas is now very much relying on Hamas International, and we're gonna see the incoming reports, because it happened only if in the last hour or two. But according to reports, the entire or almost the entire Hamas leadership was convening in this specific building that was in the capital of Qatar. And then the Israeli Air Force flew there. Again, an operation that's over 1,800 kilometers. They flew, pinpoint, accuracy, just like the Israeli Air Force knows, and bam, hit that target. We are still waiting to see confirmations on how many Hamas senior leaders were actually there. But this just goes to show you so many things. But number one, it shows you that the Israeli intelligence knows a lot. If it knew to locate and to take this decision to strike the Hamas leadership when they were convening to actually, according to reports, to discuss Trump's proposal plan for the ceasefire. So it's very, very dramatic. I've been reporting on it on the Telegram channel, by the way. So if you're interested in getting, the 24/7 reports, be sure to join the Telegram channel. And so first of all, this is Qatar is seeing this as an embarrassment that it happened, unless some other speculate that maybe they were in on it, but there is no official confirmation for that. So actually, the advisor to the Qatari prime minister condemned the attack, as did Jordan and other countries. But he said that we're going to investigate this. We're going. This is a treacherous attack, and so on. Look, I'm saying it very plain and simple. If you don't want this happening in your capital city, Israeli strikes in Qatar, Doha, perhaps, just perhaps, consider not giving the Hamas terrorists your own very capital as a headquarter for their terrorist activities. Maybe just, that's could be a crazy idea, but very, very, very powerful thing to consider. So while we're still waiting to see more confirmations on the reports, actually, interesting point is that I think it was last week, the IDF chief of staff, the top military commander of the Israeli army, warned and said, we are going to reach Hamas senior leaders wherever they are, including internationally. Could this be what he meant? Maybe there are more coming hits, but this is definitely, a week later, we're seeing that. Also last week, the head of CENTCOM visited Israel and met with the IDF chief of staff. According to reports, maybe we'll see more later, but Trump knew about this. He gave this green light, according to Israel's channel 13. But besides all these facts, one very strong fact is coming out of this attack in the Middle East, and it's Israel restoring its deterrence. Because try to think what the average Arab is thinking when they see smoke coming out of the capital of Qatar, Doha, with Hamas leadership pinpointed, not hitting civilians, hitting the Hamas terrorists who are enjoying their lavish lives in Qatar while letting their own Palestinian people suffer. By the way, if all the Arab countries that rush to issue condemnation, why didn't they actually welcome Palestinian people? If they care so much for the people in Gaza and all that, why didn't they open the borders of their countries to welcome these Palestinians there. So I think that what we're seeing is that Israel, in a very powerful way, has restored its deterrence in the region. Everybody knows, do not mess with Israel. Do not mess with the people of Israel, because we are coming for you. If you're messing with the people of Israel, if you're touching the Israeli nation, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for you mostly. So look, and I'm sure that the youths that are seeing all these reports reported by Al Jazeera themselves, they're very much terrified, I believe, because they're seeing that this is pretty much the end for the axis of evil. Also, Prime Minister Netanyahu said earlier that the Israeli Air Force continues to enter with with this dramatic operation, entering into Gaza City, the last stronghold of Hamas, and attacking it, destroying Hamas. This is pretty much the end for the axis of evil. It started with Hamas. It's going to end with Hamas. Hamas started something that they probably never imagined, that instead of seeing the destruction of Israel, the destruction of everybody that was involved in this terror axis of evil against Israel, that sought the destruction of Israel. And, you know, maybe Hamas got so excited about the plan because all of them had plans to invade Israel, simultaneously attack and basically destroy the Jewish people. Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hezbollah also in Syria, Iran, Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and all that. They all had this grandiose plan. Hamas got probably too excited, so they launched it themselves to get all the glory. They're just going to be remembered as the terror group that brought the destruction of the axis of evil led by Iran. But look, you need to understand something. Qatar is a terror sponsor country. They say one thing in Al Jazeera English. If you watch Al Jazeera Arabic, they say a whole different thing. They previously in Al Jazeera English talked about the memory of the Holocaust. Then in Al Jazeera Arabic, they completely deny the Holocaust or even make fun of it. So look, Qatar is acting, they understand Western values. Let me tell you that. And they're trying to take advantage of it by simply buying out universities across America, across Europe. You know, how do they do that? By simply gifting billions to these universities. You don't just donate billions of dollars to a university because you really believe in their cause. You want influence. And that's what Qatar is after. They want to silence criticism. They really care about what other nations think about them. They previously also faced isolation from the other Gulf countries for the very reason of terrorism. And even other Arabs don't trust the Qataris because they don't see them as a reliable partner. So yeah, this is extremely dramatic. And, you know, Hamas doesn't even have a spokesperson to give out information because the Hamas spokesperson was also eliminated. So we are probably going to see more dramatic days. Look, it's not a good idea to come against Israel. It's not just biblically that the Bible says in free translation, you will not succeed in destroying the people of Israel. It says in the book of Zechariah, those that come against Israel will only get themselves hurt. So I hope that, you know, one small advice, I should probably start reading the Bible, but I also advise you all to keep praying, keep supporting Israel, because our victory is going to be your victory. Shalom from Israel, and we are going to win. Don't forget to subscribe also to my YouTube channel to stay connected to the real truth from Israel. Let's help and grow this channel together, because I think that we have an amazing community and we are letting the world know that we are here. We're not going anywhere and we're not scared to speak the